Hi guys, good morning. Uh, Today is Sunday and I don't want to use the computer. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna solve puzzles on this book. Currently, I'm already in uh, this game. So it's from Edward versus Lerox. I'm not sure if I pronounced the name properly. So we're on uh, puzzle 19. So let's check puzzle 19. Where was it? Uh, Puzzle 19. My marker is gone, but oh, there. Okay, there. I was just looking for the marker. And I'm gonna set up the position. Puzzle 19. It's white to move. Pawn on c2, knight on c3, bishop, rook on b1, pawn on d4, knight bishop 3, king on g1, for black, it's like this, bishop e, and like this, king there, queen there, and this is white to move. The rook is here, there's no bishop. And the pawn is here. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Let's let's transfer the position. This is black, white, white to move. I'm gonna show you the position. This is the position that we're studying, game 19, and I'm gonna try to solve the puzzle and also read the solution afterwards. All right. It is white to move. Let's assess the position first. I can see this is there's a tension on the c6 and uh, b5 pawn, and there's a potential uh, advance on e6. but it is white to move. So in terms of materials, we're like the material count is equal, but it feels like white can move here, and it seems like white have more activity compared to black, which this one doesn't do anything yet. Although the bishop doesn't do anything yet, but it feels like white is more active. Uh, the king is somewhat, it's not yet castled. Uh, in terms of pawn structure, space and pawn structure, I might prefer white here because if we take this one and this one is like uh, an isolated pawn and then there's a double pawn. But if exchange happen here, this might be a potential weakness in the long run, but right now it's not yet relevant to the position. If white will play, so let's look at. I feel like white has an advantage actually because of the activity of these pieces. This rook is putting pressure on this pawn, and then this rook can be added here or deployed here. The pawn structure, with regards to pawn structure, I might still prefer white because if we exchange this one and then the pawn is gonna be kind of like this black has this one isolated pawn, although it cannot be targeted yet, but this is a long-term weakness. And I think the same for this one as well, which can be targeted with the chef theory here, but maybe the pawn structure or the pawn configuration is the same, but with pieces activity, I would white is preferred. So candidate moves is like this one and this one, or maybe this one, preparing this one. So let's calculate. So taking doesn't make sense because white's just gonna capture at the moment and then this one will be hanging. So take, and I don't think that's the move because it's gonna be the knight might be solidified and the bishop will be activated here. So this is not the move. I wanted to check this one. Rook to a1, threatening there and then there. Oh yeah. So what if we just move here, pawn takes, knight to e5, the queen moves to somewhere else, say for example here. Pawn to b6. So I started with this one because I think that's the most normal move of this move, but I realized this one is more, it's more forcing. So here, pawn takes, because it doesn't make sense to take with a queen because we're gonna put the knight is gonna be here and then this one is gonna be hanging. So here pawn takes, knight to e5, queen to, let's say, queen here, queen c7, just trying to keep an eye on the c6 square. We have check, push, take. I think that's an advantage for black. So pawn takes, I mean pawn e6 or pawn e6 takes. Cannot really takes because of this variation. Uh, so here we go here, queen c7, there's bishop f5 as well. I mean f4. Threatens to put the knight in there. And also, wait, here, we go here. We can check. If he takes, then we have that one, knight e5. He goes here. Oh. If he goes here, then we're just gonna play the e5. I think at that point white is doing well. Wait, give me a second. Push, queen here, queen c7. Queen c7. I think I'll just take king here and then get the rook on the offense side. Oh, hmm. Yeah. I think if so, this is one. I think Tony's is might be better. I just wanted to check this one. Here, queen here. What's next? I mean, that position is still better for white, but the rook is not that active compared to with pushing this one. I think the right move really is this one. Uh, yeah, these are the candidates move here, here, here. So rejected pawn to c6 and I think the move is between this one and this one. Although I think pawn e6 is much better compared to this one, as the queen will shut up the activity of uh, the white pieces. Let's look at the solution. In terms of, so it's game 19. It's Liko Liko versus Key Jerv. So white has a very decent move in bishop g5. Oh, here, seeking to exchange the strong bishop on e7. Oh yeah, right, because I did not. So here is the candidate move that I did not consider. I think that's a good move because the bishop is defending that knight. However, Liko found a somewhere an even more natural move. Yeah, e6. So this is the right move. E6. So we already calculated f takes e5, f takes e6, knight e5, followed by queen h5. Okay, we didn't even put the queen somewhere. There is a queen h5. So e6, queen takes e6. Oh, I did not calculate this variation. Oh yeah, we calculated this variation, but putting the rook there feels like uh, I think I move it here and then I was thinking that this is gonna be captured, the knight. So let's see, rook d1, queen d6, oh, it's defending, but there's a bishop a3, c5, d takes c5, lead c5, bishop b4, cb4, yeah, queen d5. Queen takes d5, the simplest solution, which white will win the exchange. Queen, this is forced, guys, because if he doesn't take, this one is, so let's say for example here, then the queen is hanging, so takes, knight takes d5, bishop e6. I think just grabbing the pawn. Oh, there's even knight c7, yeah. Knight c7, king d7, knight takes a8, rook takes a8, knight e5. Yeah, I think this is already winning because of the material and these three pawns, or even just this one. Oh, still playable, I think. Knight e5, king a8, knight c6. Ah, I see. Oh, if we just move here, there's this. Okay, that's puzzle 19. Let's move to puzzle 20. It's still a Lico game. It's white to move. I'm just gonna show you the position and then we're gonna set up together. So this is puzzle 20. Look at it, yes. You can pause the video and then we're gonna set up. Once we're done setting up, I'm gonna continue. While you do it, I'll also set up the position. Okay. The rook is there. No, or there, or here. The bishops is here. King g7, rook e8, queen d8, knight f6, knight f6, king g1, there, the rook is here, the bishop is here. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check. I want to move here and here as well. It's also white to move. I'm just gonna double check the pawns. There, pawns, the bishops, not bishops, pawns. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna put it back again so that it's in your view. Okay. So this is still white to move. Uh, in terms of weakness, I feel like there's no weakness for black except this long-term target and the activity of the I mean these bishops are good but good when it's open, but right now it's a little bit passive. For white, this might be the weakness, but we need to this is but the bishop is not here, so this is just potential weakness. And yeah, it's white to move. So if it's white to move, then white's gonna go here because attacking the pawn, trying to attack the weakness. But black is solid, I think. Yeah, so before white should attack, he's just gonna need to activate this rook, at least this rook, and support that attack. So the bishop is aiming for this diagonal. Knight is not doing well because, well, he can transfer it here and here. It's a uh, good position, but that's too long and doesn't really. I mean, yeah, that's too slow for me. I'm preferring to move the bishop here, taking the because right now white has the initiative. So since this is white, come on, this uh, white might have the advantage, but uh, I think it's very minimal. So king is safe, piece is development, piece activity. I think white is better because the bishops are passive. Knight is not really doing much. It's acting like a defensive piece to h7. Rook doesn't do much. This one is a better rook compared to this one. Uh, so But all in all, I think white is better because of these two bishop and the queen is not doing anything. This one is very strong, controlling this diagonal. The h2 to be diagonal, but overall, the only target right now is this one. But if black can consolidate the position, move this target, I don't think there is an easy target for white to do unless uh, so yeah, this is potential target, but it's too far away. You cannot take it. I mean, we cannot put pressure on it immediately. Uh, if I'm white here, I'm gonna push here or activate the rook in this. Uh, what's this rank? But this one doesn't do anything yet, so that's not the move. So it's either between this and this. The problem with this one is we're gonna be hit with h7, and if we take, then take. That's like good outcome for white. Black. Uh, so bishop here, pawn h6, f4, threatening f5. Bishop here, pawn h6, stealing the pawn. e4, threatening e5. We cannot prevent or control with the e5 because if we move here, that's still f5 because there's three pieces defending it. So I think bishop there. Pawn here, it's a forced move. f4, what's the counter? I mean, we cannot push h6 because there's bishop takes g6, pawn takes g6, queen takes g6. Oh, wait. Bishop, bishop e5, pawn here, f4. What's black's move? Hmm, can we go here? Here. That's gonna get trapped. So pawn f4. We cannot go here as this is the threat. So here, push here, we're f4. Yeah, I think that's the right move because there's no other move. Even if you prepare this one, I think white is already advantage here. Yeah, bishop e5 and f4. It's not. It's hard to do. So, for example, e4, we move the bishop here. Then white's gonna white's just gonna push e5 and then prepare the two rooks here because at that point the control of the center bishop here and pawn here is very overwhelming. Yeah, I'll check the puzzle. This is puzzle 20. Oh, it says black has a weakness on b square, which allows white to force the rook on a8 to a full square before taking the action on the king side. Oh, this one. I thought this is very slow, but the GM played Leacock played knight e4, so white played knight e4 c. Yeah, it's also connected to this weakness, guys, because look at this. I did not realize that the rook is trapped here because of this bishop. So if we go here, then that's a pawn up. Yeah, I thought that's very slow. So knight a4. So it says here, rook if e1 would be precise after g6. G6, knight a4. Yeah, knight can go here already, and that type prevent the. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. So when I say I wanted to put the rook here, but that's delayed. Oh, he mentioned that in this position, bishop e5, h6. It's still advantage for white because it's plus equal. E4, there's g4. Yeah, knight g4, but this one takes, takes, go here. Oh wait, knight e, go here, queen, queen e2, knight takes. I would still prefer white in that position. Yeah, it says here knight g4 is a good move, and it says what's this? What's the double arrow? Ah, with counterplay. Yeah, double arrow. It's an arrow to the left and to the right with counterplay. I see. I did not calculate this one because I find it hard to defend on that position. Yeah, I still prefer white here in this position because of the position of the bishop. But anyway, uh, that's not what has been played. The play was knight a4. Play knight f4, g6, knight b6, rook a7, rook if e1. Yeah, this one is marked dubious because the author says, I believe it was stronger to bring the other rook to the king side. White has a serious advantage after rook a e1, which ideas such as rook a1 with ideas such as bishop f8, bishop f8, bishop g5, bishop g7, and f4. Oh yeah, because here it doesn't uh it doesn't support the pawn, only the queen and the bishop. So, but that's why this is marked as dubious. The author recommended rook e1, rook a e1 because of this variation. Yeah, that's more like it's more have pressure. Okay, but this is the move. Rook f e1, bishop f8, queen d2. Oh, targeting the dark square. Knight d7, getting rid of that knight. Bishop g5, bishop e7. I would take here. Yeah, take. Knight takes d7. Rook takes d7 is was marked as dubious because after bishop takes d7, or rook takes e7, queen takes a7, rook e1, queen f6, rook f5, rook a8, queen e2, queen e2. White is also better, but black would have a better chances of conducting a successful defense. Anyway, this happens. Rook e5, b5. Yeah, we're not gonna take. We're gonna play f4. Okay. Uh, I'm just gonna go put it back because to. I wanted to because I kind of messed the idea that this rook is almost trapped. Although I saw it at first glance. Um, yeah, so the game went here. G6, knight here, the rook. The rook is trapped, so it is forced to go here. Rook. What's this? Rook a7. This one is better, but that was the move made. Okay. Yeah. I did not really seriously take this one because I think it's low. What I was calculating was this one. Here, h6, f4, and I find it hard to counter. But there's knight. I did not really check knight. G4 with counterplay. Yeah, we'll just either queen here. put more pressure, either f5 as well. F5, f5 is a bad move. Wait, is f5 a bad move? Here, go here. Yeah, I still think white is better in that position. Let's go puzzle 20, guys. I mean 21. 21. It's opens versus not. Uh, rook on a1. There's this one. Knight on r5. On here. Bishop on g7. King on g8. Rook here. Bishop here. There. Queen on d1. Bishop here. Bishop on e3. Knight on e2. Rook on c3. Uh, what's this? Let's just double check. Pause. It's here. Then here, there. Bishop is right. The rocks is there. A8 and G F8. C3. Out the king. The knight there. Yeah, that's right. This is the puzzle 21, guys. I'm gonna show you. So this is puzzle 21. It's Hawkins versus Nat. You can pause the video and then you can set up your board there. I already set up my board and we're gonna continue after you set up. Alright. Immediately I see h5. I'm gonna change this the board again for you. Okay. Wait. Where's the other rook of white? It's only one rook. Oh, there. Sorry. Okay. I think this is correct already. It's white to move. Yeah, it's white to move. So here, let's assess the position first. In terms of weakness for white, I think this one is too far, but this one is defended well, but it can be pushed. So not really. For black, I think the weak square is this one. Although it is defended for with the knight well, a piece here is very good for white. So this is the weak square. And also there's a problem with this knight. If it's black to move, I would play here. Uh, and then here. There. So that to defend this one, I'm gonna exchange the rook. But it's not what it's it's not white to move. It's black. It's white to move, not black. So so this is a weakness. But I don't see white utilizing it. Because immediately I just say see that h5 opening up the rook, everything else. Oh, and also we will have this set up and putting the rook there. Probably after we change this. This is a hard puzzle, guys. It's hard puzzle because the only move I can see is this one, and after that one, I don't know what's next. The king is pretty safe in f1, and all we need is to activate this rook. This is the only rook that's not doing anything. Knight cannot be activated properly yet, but if I have a chance, I will put it there. What's the journey? Yeah. That's a long journey for me. But if we remove that knight, the queen's gonna infiltrate attack this one. So this is like a weakness as well for white. So so maybe the move is this one. Queen a4, defending the c4 square, but what's next for that? Oh, I think we can optimize this bishop by going here. Let's say for example, there goes here. Because we can reroute the bishop here, guys. And with this pass pawn, I think that's a better plan compared to pushing. Yeah, let's find out the right variation. Yeah, I think the right move here, guys, is bishop c1. If queen goes here, then we're just gonna go put the bishop there. We're still threatening this one. Yeah, because he cannot prevent bishop c1. See, for example, here, the queen goes here. Uh, Even in f5, I mean f4, defending the bishop. Oh, sorry, it needs to go back because this one is hanging. So bishop c1, and I think the pawn's gonna push. Yeah, I think the move is bishop c1 and then bishop there. Uh, I wanted to check something. So bishop c1, how about this? Six threatening the bishop. Yeah, but we have this. That's more important than the bishop. The queen is more important than the rook. So bishop c1, what might be the move? Can it go here? Say queen f6. Bishop bishop a3. The pawn goes here. The rook goes here. That's not yet clear, but I see that the bishops are very active. And I think h5 will be, well, activate the rook. In this position, guys, I notice this is the most problematic one. Uh, I'm just saying because after that activation of the bishops here, the knight and the rook is not active. It serves as a defending piece. So at first, we thought this is the move that we realized. We know that this is the weakness and we can activate the bishop there and then push the. Yeah, I think that position is better for white. I just don't know what's next. Let's go. Let's check the game. This is game 20. Wait. Yeah, game 21. Sorry, 21. Oh yeah, you got it right. The author says white obviously has a great attack with h5, but he can do even better by rerouting his bishop to the e3 if it diagonal. Okay, this is how the game went. Bishop c1, rook d8. Black tries to hold on to his material, but it cannot be. Queen f6, yeah, we calculated queen f6, bishop r3. It's hardly an improvement for black, giving him the miserable choice between transporting the game with rook d8 or giving up the exchange. So rook d8, bishop r3, it's the same variation, guys. Queen f6. Oh, I did not see this, guys. Yeah, I was saying that I don't know. I mean, white is better at that point, but I don't know what what's to continue. I was even thinking this one. I don't see that any threat after that. So rook f3. The queen is embarrassingly out of square. Yeah. Wait. It's dropped. I did not see this drop. I was focused on this area of the board, but I did not see this. Okay. Bishop e5. There's no other move. He takes e5 and then white one. Uh let's. I just wanted to visualize it on my end. So yeah, we found bishop f1 because we noticed that this is not active. Also, we calculated this one, but I think that is not yet the time to move. The position is telling us to to utilize the control of this square and this pawn. That's why I came up with this one because the threat is e, and we were analyzing that if we go here, queen here, we're just going here, and then the threat of this is not yet gone. The queen is it needs to go back because that's trapped as well. The queen is trapped in that position, so that's not it as well. The rook. I was thinking that queen goes here, bishop goes here, rook goes here, but at this time I did not see that one. I was thinking of this so that I can activate the two remaining pieces, but there's this. I did not see. I did not see it. Uh, yeah, that's really the advantage for white. Okay, let's do more. One more. 21. That is 21. 21. 22. The bishop. This is. I'm just gonna arrange, guys. Here, here. This is between Anna and Banchok, the legendary guys. To 2008. So they faced 2008. Banchok and Anand. Here, queen e2, rook e1, rook e1, rook d1, king g1, pawn for black is here, here, the bishop for black is here, queen here, rook here, there's the rook. Yeah, that's the right position, guys, and it's black to move. It seems, yeah, black to move. Anand and Ivanchov, Bilbao 2008. Okay, let's assess the position first. Let's find the weakness. This one and the king is not that. What's this? Secure because there's weakness on the light squares. This one might be a weakness as well later, but it's not the focus. The white spaces is not really aiming for these weaknesses. So maybe potential weakness in the future. For black, this one is we can attack it here, but currently this is oh yeah. Okay, so white weak square is f2. Uh, I did not mention that one. I only mentioned the white square weaknesses in the king. So f2 is under pressure. It's a weak square because of these two rules. For black, I can hardly say any weaknesses yet because we cannot go here as this is the queen is tied to the defense of this rook. Uh, yeah, so in terms of assessment, the king position, material balance is equal. King safety white is vulnerable if compared to black where no one is threatening either h2. So black is more safer. It feels more safer. Space, I think space and pawn structure. If you look at the pawn structure, white has four versus three, and black has three versus two. But anyway, I don't think that affects the the current situation much. Although I would say if the pieces are out in the game, I would prefer white because of this majority in the queen side.